What's up?
Oh, what's going on?
So how's quarantine?
It's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
But it could be worse.
Yeah. So what is um I heard you were in Ring of Honor.
Yeah. The Ring of Honor was started because of what me and my boys were doing. Me, Homicide, Low-Key, Moff, SAT, Christopher Daniels, American Dragon, Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
We were all doing stuff in New Jersey, all across the country. And Rob Feinstein and Doug Gentry were the guys who used to come to all the shows, especially Jersey. And they saw what we were doing. And once ECW closed, they wanted to kind of have like a promotion where guys that would have been in ECW were going to work. So they brought us all along. And for the first year, uh, I was with the company, and it was me and Moff as the hit squad.
Yeah. I heard you play with AJ Styles with video games.
Yeah. Me and AJ, I mean, I saw AJ in the beginning of March when I did the WWE Raw show. I was extra talent for Raw in Brooklyn. And even then, we were talking about video games. That's just something that we've always done. I've got a really funny story. After Jersey All Pro Wrestling show one time, everyone in the house, and we were all hanging out. And the guy who owned the house, Mr. Marks, he he's playing Blades of Steel for the Nintendo against AJ, and he's beating AJ, and the game's about to end, and Mr. Marks goes, "Wow, man, I can't believe I just beat AJ Styles in Blades of Steel," and AJ, who doesn't like to lose, stood up and turned the system off and said, "It didn't happen, man."
That's something AJ Styles would do.
AJ's awesome. He's one of my favorites of all time. Him and Smo Joe,
Yeah.
guys that like I go way back with. And no matter what, we're always mad cool when we see each other. It's as if nothing changed. And even to this day, like me and AJ, we'll see a new video game and we'll text each other, "Did you see that?" And go back and forth with it.
Yeah, I can't believe how Samoa Joe has not won. He hasn't won a main title yet. He's only won the U.S. title.
He's had some unfortunate incidents
I
happen.
know it's the injuries.
Yep, things happen, and with concussions, they don't want to play. Whereas back in the days, if you got a concussion, you just got right back up and worked the next day. Now it's a lot more serious. They know a lot more about concussions, so they're looking out for him. And had he not gotten that second one, I think he would have been had a really big part of WrestleMania this year.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's things happen.
Yeah, I think Samoa Joe is fantastic on the mic.
He's awesome. He's awesome. He's another one. When I saw him in November, it was as if we hadn't seen each other since the year he got signed. I believe that was in 2016, 2015, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
It was as if no time had passed and everything. Like we're always, we consider each other like family. So, I love seeing them be on top though, because everybody worked hard and we all did things to change pro wrestling, especially in this area. And whenever they were on the East Coast, it was all love. Whenever we were on the West Coast, it was all love. It was just a lot of fun times with a lot of good guys.
So who are some of your favorite matches that you had with guys like Samoa Joe?
Honestly, most recent, my favorite matches have included me and Moff teaming up against LAX, EYFBO, or Santana.
Oh, yeah.
They just are awesome. They're amazing. And I loved, it was just, it brought out some weird nonsense in me that made me want to be like a 20-year-old kid when I was in the ring with them. So I love being in the ring with them. Guys like Chris Dickinson and Joey Janela and Penelope Ford, the War Machine or Viking, what Viking Experience.
Yeah, Viking Raiders, War Raiders.
Never keep up with their name changes. But like we got a chance to wrestle with them. Probably though, my all-time favorite was against Gargano and Ciampa at Beyond Wrestling in 2016.
Oh, you faced Champa Gargano?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it was pretty awesome. Actually, if you look on YouTube, look up Beyond Wrestling Hit Squad, Ciampa and Gargano, and you'll see it. It'll come up the whole match.
Okay.
Easily one of my favorite matches in my entire
Yeah.
career. And the month before that was another one where we wrestled. Me and Moff wrestled Homicide and Loki, and that's family, and we really don't get a chance much to do things like that. So
Yeah.
when we got a chance to do it, it was pretty awesome for us.
Yeah. Ciampa and Gargano are killing it in NXT.
They really are, and it's cool to say that. Like for me, like guys like Jay Lethal, AJ Styles, and
Yeah.
Gargano, and like all these guys coming up that
Yeah.
are now Santana Ortiz. I've had a big part in their career at the beginning, and it's cool for me to say that I've been in the ring with those guys. And
Yeah.
even though it might not have been when they were huge, but I
Yeah.
got them on that road to becoming huge stars.
Yeah. That's crazy. So what? Who do you want to face that you didn't get it to face like in WWE? I mean.
To be honest, I don't really have too many dream matches. I mean, it sounds crazy, but me wrestling Biggie Biggs at Foundation Wrestling
Yeah.
was kind of a dream because when I started, me, Homicide Key, Moff, we were the new, and nobody wanted to put us on anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So as we were coming up, we were trying to get spots, but people would try to, use politics to keep us off shows. There's another crew. They were the New Jersey crew, and they were the top guys on the indies, and they didn't want their spots, so they kept on they wouldn't purposely go out of their way, but if they could talk to a promoter and be like, instead of using these guys, how about we use these guys, and we would get left off. And we knew that they were doing it. We knew they were afraid, and then it was only a matter of time until we got that spot, and it happened to JP. But the reason why I bring that up is because Biggie Biggs was one of their guys, but he wasn't like them. Biggie was always cool, always respectful, and he was definitely someone that he stood out in that he wasn't playing a politics game. He just wanted to wrestle and have fun. So, but we never got a chance to wrestle. We always shared locker rooms and stuff like that, and I kind of just always felt like he was a great wrestler. And in a way, it would have shouted out. It wouldn't have meant anything to anybody else but the two of us. And when we got to wrestle, it did mean something to both of us. And we got a chance to just have some fun. And I take pride, and even though I want everyone to boo me, but I take pride knowing that people like his son could come up to him after the match and be like, "That's the best match I've ever seen you in," and I'm in that match. You know what I mean? So that's cool.
So if I was booking that, I would love to see you versus the Broserweights, Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle is someone that I'm really cool with.
Yeah.
Never got a chance to share the ring with him, but actually, now that I think about it, Matt Riddle, Bruiserweights, definitely Bruiserweights, definitely. But with that, I would like to have Kyle the Beast as my tag team partner on that one. The only reason why I say that is because I think some of the athleticism that Kyle has would shine in that match. If we were gonna fight, then Mop the partner all the way and whatever. But one of the other guys that I'd like is Aleister Black. He's another guy.
Yeah.
I met a few years ago, and he was sitting there and he was like, "Man, it's the Hit Squad. This is so cool." And it was cool because he wasn't Aleister Black yet. He was still Tommy End. He was on the Indies, and that year he got signed. And when I saw him last year, he gave me a huge hug. He was like, "Oh, Steve Mack, what's up?" And it's cool that he's on that level and he's giving me props.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's someone though that if they ever needed someone to get kicked in the face, I would gladly be like, "I'll get kicked in the face." Thank you.
So other people that I like that would be cool matches like Cedric and Ricochet, because they're great too.
I think with Ricochet, because I've known Ricochet since he was like 16 years old.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I've been around a long time. So, but with Ricochet, I always actually with more Marco stunt.
Hmm.
Love to see how high we could throw Marco stunt. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Ricochet get up pretty high, but I think Marco stunt we'd be able to hit the
Yeah.
ceiling in some places easily.
A bummer that got released is Cassius Ohno because I loved him too.
I wrestled him and JT Dunn and Beyond also.
Yeah.
Long time. That was I think actually it was like the month after we wrestled Gargano and Ciampa, and he's someone that we never got a chance to really cross paths much.
Yeah.
See each other every once in a while.
Yeah.
We would always talk about music. He loves hip hop music, and so do I. So we always would, talk about music and wrestling and
Yeah.
more old school stuff. So we always got along on that level, And
Yeah. Other people that would be cool. I don't know. Mustache Mountain.
they're cool guys.
They're
Like
awesome.
there's somebody like I think if I was maybe 10 years younger,
Yeah.
we would like our matches would do some damage around the world because they're really talented and really strong, and just some of the stuff that we would do with them and they would do with us would just everybody big jaws dropped.
Yeah. Well, did you see that match with Tyler Bate and Walter?
Yep.
That match is unbelievable.
Tyler Bate's insane.
I love Tyler Bate.
He's just amazing. Nobody that small should be that strong.
No. Big strong boy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a strong boy. But what was cool was we met them in Orlando when WrestleMania was there the year that the Hardy Boys came back for. And we met them the night before, and they actually popped that they saw us. They're like, "Oh, it's the Hit Squad," and I just saw you guys on WWE. That's really cool. You know what I mean? And like it's cool that like guys like that, the younger guys. Guys like me are, and like, cause I mean, I'm really like I like to beat people's ass in the ring, but on the low, I'm really just a chill guy who just wants to play video games and music. And so, like, when I get respect from the younger generation, for me, it's really cool. So it makes me feel like I did something.
Yeah, you did. What's next for you in FOW?
I definitely want Bravo and that title.
You did have a great match, though.
I mean, it was the first time I had ever been in the ring with him in the final.
As a heel, I've seen you as a babyface with Magic at SWF, so that was my first time as a heel.
I mean, this last 6-7 months has been more. I've been, expressing my heelish side, and it's a lot more natural for me because. After 23 years in wrestling, I've done a lot, and there's a lot of things that piss me off. A lot of the younger generation definitely gets me where I just want to slap them all. And, I enjoy bringing that side out and show people, what stuff is all about. And, part of it is too that a lot of people doubt me. Because my age, my size, whatever it is that they want to doubt me on. And I love proving people wrong. Like, I live to prove people wrong. So
So, who else would you like to face in FOW besides Bravo and Biggie Biggs?
So, I still would like to get my hands on Jaeger. If he shows up, he shows up. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But I definitely would like to get my hands on him.
I heard his suspension went up.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure had this coronavirus thing not popped off, then, we would have still had the show, and hopefully he would have shown up and I would have gotten my chance to clothesline his face.
Yeah, but, I interviewed him.
So. Oh, yeah? How'd that go?
Good.
Did he talk about how much he hates me?
He only mentioned you, I think, once.
That's all right. I'm pretty sure, because I know I've heard people say that he's talked about getting back at me someday, and listen, anytime he wants, all you got to do is hit me. I'll be there.
So, Well, do you have like a least favorite wrestler?
I don't really have any least favorite wrestlers.
Okay.
What I don't like are guys who, listen, I get it. Sometimes you can't train. Sometimes you can't do
Mm-hmm.
things. The real life gets in the way, whatever. I hate people who continuously make excuses.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot of guys, younger guys,
Mm-hmm.
think because they got the crowd to pop for them one time because they did a flip. Or
Yeah.
like they think that they don't have to put in the work. And, I am one of those guys that when I was coming up, I put in a lot of work. And I would sleep at our wrestling school overnight for
Mm-hmm.
days in a row because
Wow.
training night and day.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason why a lot of people know who we are 20 years later after
Yeah.
we started. Um, and a lot of these kids are doing wrestling to just be. They're not doing it to, because they love the sport or whatever. They tell people that, but they do it
Mm-hmm.
just to be someone that people can talk about. And, they really don't have the confidence in themselves to try something where they
Yeah.
could work and be a name, but
Yeah.
they think that wrestling is going to be the cheap and easy way in.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's not.
If you're still on here, hello, Nate Mustang.
Hola.
So, does anyone have any questions for Steve Monster Man?
Yes. So like, this is one of the things not too many people know, but you're going to get a little bit. As I got older, this eye started getting lazy and it starts drifting sometimes and it's annoying. Like when I'm watching myself, I'm like, oh my God, my eye. Ugh. But,
hello in Russian. Favorite match, says Dustin.
my favorite match is, it's hard to nail down because I've had so many great matches. Yeah. We wrestled Private Party.
Oh my God.
And we stole the show. Like
these names are unbelievable that I'm hearing.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're all freaking amazing.
Yep. And so like that was something. I had a match with Low Key 1-on-1 back in 9.
How about the Lucha Brothers? You ever face them?
No, so we were setting up something and it just didn't work.
Darn it.
Yeah,
that would have been great.
And they wanted to wrestle us too, and it would have been cool, but didn't happen.
Yeah, AEW's got one of the most stacked tag team divisions I've ever seen in my life.
They really do. Like I've been fortunate in my life. I've been able to wrestle Demolition, the Steiners, the Road Warriors, the Samoans, and then the newer generation, like I said, Santana Ortiz, Private Party, Gargano Ciampa, the Fighters. Like I've been able to get in the ring with a lot of guys that I don't know how I would have gotten in with them otherwise if I wasn't part of a tag team. So, and then I've gotten a chance to be tag team partners with some of the best guys in the business. Yeah. Moff, everybody loves. Kyle the Beast I don't understand why he's not on TV every week. He needs to be, Low Life Louis Ramos is one of my best friends in life, not just wrestling. And I got a chance to do some stuff. There's this guy named Havoc who was part of another tag team called The Solution. And I love my time spending with Havoc. Havoc was awesome. So like, there's always a lot of things that I've done where, I've been very proud of it. So like I said, it's hard to call just a favorite, match.
Yeah. That would be hard. What was it like being at the Doghouse with Melanie?
So during the summer, it was easily about 120 degrees in the building. You would die of dehydration if you didn't drink water every 5 seconds.
God.
And the thing was, because we worked in those situations like that, in the winter it was cold. It was usually about 20 degrees in the winter in that building. But we trained for all conditions because you never know what you're going to face when you go out there. Especially back then, it was such a hard time to be a wrestler, and there was a lot of things that were, you couldn't plan. You just a lot of times the air conditioner would be out or the heating would be out, and you go wrestle for the Samoans, you'd have to drive 2 hours, and you're in the middle of a snowstorm.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be able to work with those conditions,
Yeah.
And so that was something that we all did, and it made us better. But it was just mostly, a lot of drills, a lot of hanging out where we were watching tape or watching each other wrestle. And we would get in there, and sometimes we'd start training at 12 at midnight and go until 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning.
Oh. Dustin says favorite promo.
Who cuts the best promos right now?
I'm guessing.
Oh no, it says favorite promotions.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So
botched.
I'm all about New Japan. I'm all about, I'm a long-time WWE fan, even though it's hard to watch sometimes. I enjoy watching AEW, but honestly, I'll watch anything. I've watched stuff from Russia. I've watched stuff from Africa. I've watched all kinds of wrestling. So there's no real, one favorite promotion. I enjoy everything,
There's one question here from Nate Mustang.
What might advice be? Practice being comfortable expressing yourself. You could do all the drills, all the bumps, all the moves, all the cool moves, all that stuff. If you don't practice being comfortable talking to people, if you're not comfortable talking to people, no matter what, whether it's 2 people, 2,000 people, 40,000 people, you're not comfortable talking, you're never going to be able to get your message across, because they're going to know, and that fear is going to come out. And once they sense that fear, it's, the people know when it's real and when it's fake. And, the best bet is to get comfortable in your skin.
Yeah.
As hard as it sounds, but that's the best advice I could give.
Okay. So Dustin asked this, I was going to ask this, would you be on GTS ever?
So I was already on GTS. I wrestled Rhett Titus for the belt a long time ago. A long time ago. I wrestled Rhett.
On GTS?
Huh?
On GTS?
Yep.
Did I miss that? I must have missed that.
Yeah. Look it up. He put it out there, but I think we filmed it at an SWF show. I think that was the deal. But
okay. No, I think he's wondering, would you the GTS
the actual school?
Yeah. Outside where.
Yeah. I would do one show, and the only person I would want to wrestle is Jake Cage. And that's just because I've known Jake since he was about 3 or 4 years old. He grew up around me.
Yeah.
And, we were supposed to do something with him and his partner,
Jay.
And
that's not gonna happen now.
Just didn't happen. And but I always wanted to wrestle Jake. And
Nate says good choice.
Thanks. I mean, Jake is somebody that if he gets really, really serious, trains and goes and does the right thing and pays his dues and just doesn't go off of living that his father was Fat Frank, he'll go a long way in this business.
He's built like a stone. Huh? He's built like a machine.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, I know he played football for his entire life. That's been his first love. But I feel like when the day comes that he decides to dedicate himself to pro wrestling, 100%. As long as he does it right, there's nothing that could really stop him but himself.
Yeah. Is there any more questions for Steve Monster?
Jay Evans is another one that I really liked.
Yes.
I enjoyed wrestling. We did one thing with him, and he's fun.
Yes.
Of Arcadia. I don't know if you guys remember Arcadia, but he reminds me of Arcadia. But he's smooth, lanky, high flyer, and Arcadia to me is one of the best talents from Jersey ever, and he
Hey, Dustin.
peace out, Dustin, and he definitely should get more love than what he does. If you ever bored, look up Arcadia. He's definitely one of the best ever. There you go.
Yeah.
Nate Mustang knows what's up.
Yeah. My birthday's coming up.
Oh, mine too. When's yours?
April 23rd.
Nice.
Thursday.
Happy birthday. Mine's actually, me and Mel have the same birthday, if I'm not mistaken.
I never made that correct, but I told.
She's talking about Arcadia. I'm pretty sure she's talking about Jay Evans.
My favorite indie wrestler, something just clicks with him, and I interview him. I'm interviewing him tomorrow, the day before my birthday. It's Pete Corvis.
Nice.
Have you ever talked to Pete?
We've had a couple of matches at SWF. No, actually, no. You know what?
No.
I don't think we. No.
No, you never faced each other.
No, we never did. We were supposed to do one match, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't remember what happened. But
you got fired.
Huh?
You got fired.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew we were supposed to do something, and I keep hearing his name, and I see him, and he's doing making some noise, doing some good stuff. So hopefully our paths cross down the line.
Yeah, and I mean, I was talking to Cletus when I interviewed him, and he said if you had 3 matches, because I like Pete so much, he said you, and he said Chops, and then he said Bravo. So we laughed because I said, well, Chops would beat Pete, you would beat Pete because I don't think he could beat you, and then the dumb one, Bravo would lose to Pete, the champion.
That's funny.
So he laughed because he's like, of course, it's the champion.
Arcadia was awesome. He's done so much for Jersey All Pro and a bunch of other companies throughout the years. So, definitely look him up, and I'll tell you, he's had some.
Thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview.
No problem. Thank you. I'm just going to shout out my Twitter because I don't have it anymore. It's Steve Mack, MACK, DHS for Twitter, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and if I ever, when this virus is over, I'll have to interview you for my Outside the Ring that I.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Just stop me, and if I see you, because this.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Steve.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Peace.
You too.